Now, it's no secret that Valve has been radio silent with CS2's birthday and Counter-Strike as a whole this last month. We're now coming up on 3 weeks since the last update, but that doesn't mean Valve and the community are not cooking behind the scenes. Just moments ago, for what feels like the first time in history, a Counter-Strike dev has communicated with us, the community, after talks of working on Deadlock and Counter-Strike 2. In his words, an update is coming soon. Now, this has led thousands of players to feel much more acknowledged after the radio silence and priority for what feels like anything but Counter-Strike, but still doesn't fill the obvious void. Today's video, we have much to discuss. We're going to break down this new communication from the devs, look over what could and is coming soon, alongside a bunch more. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CS2 trading site for all your skin needs. Whether you're choosing to deposit your in-game items or real-life cash, SkinsMonkey has it all. If you choose to trade yet need to top up your balance, you can do so by also using my code MANDO for a free $5. Alongside depositing, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, firstly, for today's video is the most recent news from official CS2 devs. At the moment, having just one dev communicate with us, the community, is better than having none, and from what we received the last decade. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, the Counter-Strike franchise, or maybe just new to CS2, why this is so surprising is based off the support we've had from the past and the way Valve functions with employees as a whole. This in reality just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, which we will touch on more later. But really, since the beginning, devs have been allowed to work on what they want, when they want, as soon as they enter Valve. Now, the best description I've heard is just picture a room with 200 to 400 people. There's very minimal offices, there's not too many of them, and whenever there is an office, it's usually 2 to 3 people who share one. All the devs on one main floor are allowed to talk with each other, interact with one another, and their desks move. For an example, if someone wants to start production on Half-Life 3, they can. You move your desk to a new group of people, and then you can go convince other people to work on what you're working on, why they should drop what they're doing, and then that just goes back and forth throughout the year. And that's, of course, stated from the man himself, that being Gaben. And I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check out this interview. In my opinion, it will give you a really good understanding of how Valve works, how employees work, but specifically and most importantly, why it works for Valve and why they're so successful with what they pump out. Now, fast forwarding to the meat and potatoes of today's videos, from October 2nd, that being today, a game dev on social media has been posting out prior, new, and upcoming updates for Counter-Strike 2. But the Valve employee Fletcher Dunn posted a tweet saying he has some new network stuff being shipped out for CS2 very soon. And underneath he said, I quote, "Oh crap, this was a mistake, don't get excited, I'm only a tiny part of this great team." Now, the reason he said that was most likely backtracking because it was most likely just a small update in the first place that he was talking about, but also because this tweet got so much traction compared to anything else he and most other devs have ever put out. Now, this from my first glance says certain devs sometimes may not all be working together. An example was right here from Fletcher's tweet. If Fletcher works on networking while others could work and do work on content. And maybe they don't always communicate together, especially while they're working on the same game. One guy could be developing Counter-Strike 3, VACnet 3, and better solving all the issues with that. Maybe another person's optimizing the game. Well, maybe someone's working on a brand new blog post website. Who really knows? Now, when he referred in his last tweet to himself being only a very tiny part of a great team, like we previously mentioned, this could also mean that he's just saying to us not to expect much. Players for years just wanted a team or a group of devs to communicate about Counter-Strike like many other game studios, game developers, and even employees at Valve do, but mainly Dota 2. That alongside Deadlock seems to be Valve's new and current baby. Now, yes, this seems like the first time in history we've ever had a one-way communication with someone on social media and not somewhere on a closed Discord or a closed Reddit, which this does seem like we're moving in the right direction. Now, many of the comments on his tweets after, well, his Counter-Strike tweet asked dozens of questions about the future of Counter-Strike, and one of them happened to be about Cobblestone. When will Cobblestone be ported over? And Fletcher actually replied saying, "Will do. Might be a while because I'll first need to learn how to art." Now, this in my opinion was a joke reply, because for all we know, they could already have it done, but at the same time, this is the first time in history devs have one, talked to us, but also acknowledge maps such as Cobblestone, especially in a brand new Counter-Strike title where we don't have all the same content as we did in CSGO. Now, for what this means for the future is uncertain. Either we're going to get solid communication like we are right now, and content, or at least updates, will start to flow specifically for when something is being worked on, even if it's just a quick tease once a week or maybe once a month if something is being worked on, because that's all really players care about, is if the game is even being worked on, because many players in the community don't even feel like Valve is touching Counter-Strike 2. Now, I think this is all a step in the right direction, and I think for most they're on the page that will take what we can get for as of right now, and for that I'm all aboard. Now, just because we got a one-way communication with a Counter-Strike dev doesn't mean I'd be expecting for Valve to hire a PR team or some sort of community manager to have open communication with us, the players, specifically about Counter-Strike, mainly because it all goes deeper into how Valve works, like we talked about earlier in today's video. Let's just say Valve hires a PR team or some sort of community manager. They talk to us and tell us that an update or an operation is coming out, let's just say next year, and because of how Valve works, all the devs could go work on Portal 3, Half-Life 3, and then of course when the time comes when we're supposed to get said content, it doesn't drop, players are going to riot, and that would weigh down the devs, especially if something isn't ready that the devs have previously worked on and they stated that it would come soon. You know, as much good as that would do at the beginning, I think that would lead to a lot more loose ends. Now, after near a month of silence and not even an acknowledgement of CS2's first birthday by Valve, we've received a lowest amount of DPR updates we've ever seen in 1 month, that being 4. But the good news is we've received these in the matter of a week time, and we're most likely going to receive more tonight based off of this tweet from the CS dev Fletcher Dunn, which could lead to an update later tonight or later this week. Now I would expect either a medium-sized blog post with fixes, bugs gone, networking errors solved, and possibly some minor content to keep players busy. With the Shanghai major soon, I wouldn't be expecting an operation size update until after that sticker sale has been removed. Let me know what you guys think down below, or are you happy that at least one Counter-Strike dev is talking to us, the community? You know, for what it is, I gotta say at least I am, and even if it's not much, I'm just happy that we're getting something. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.